𝓣𝓱𝓪𝓷𝓪. Hello everybody. Just give me a minute. Let me get this loaded up. Okay. Happy Astrological New Year. Happy Aries season. As of yesterday, we have now entered into a new celestial chapter. So we're going to see what events. I'm hearing herald your arrival, so there could be something about certain announcements, okay, very exciting announcements. I'm seeing the gong energy, so we already have very potent energy coming through already. Let me go ahead and pull up my notes right now. I was getting so, I was doing a reading just before this, and I lost track of time completely, and then I looked, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I'm supposed to go live with you guys. So yes, let's go ahead and take a look at the energy that we're covering today. We're going to talk a lot about the solar eclipse. Let me get the Three of Wands energy as well, because that is a Sun in Aries card, and it could be a really useful depiction. 111 when I check the time right now. So, oh, we literally split it right there on the Three of Wands, and we also have the Ace of Cups here too at the base. So yeah, there could be something around your heart is gently guiding you towards some kind of new chosen destination. Three of Wands is an Sun and Aries card, so this is basically where you're in between realms, you're one step away from something becoming tangible in your reality, and it kind of is in a place of no man's land, because the path behind you is no longer a viable option. This person has an old paradigm that's dissolving, and they're awaiting a new incoming wave of opportunities. I'm hearing a selection of events, right? But there is a new waters that are calling you, all right? And I'm hearing new currents that you're going to be streamlining. So you could be receiving downloads, you're going to hear, there's something around you're going to be receiving something. You're no longer just becoming more receptive, but you're actually a receiver. And the information that you're going to be receiving is going to lead you to being at the right place at the right time. This is somebody also being aligned with a Four of Wands energy, which is about a celebratory energy, also reunion, soul contracts, soul family, a feeling of homecoming, a feeling of I was made for this and this was made for me. So there's definitely that awaits you. Okay, so we'll talk about the Three of Wands energy, and I will also pull up on this card as well. I would have done this beforehand, but again, I got so distracted. I was just really enjoying this last read, which was all about you guys stepping into a whole new world. Let me go ahead and see who's in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and open up with the messages. I just want to show you some of the depictions for what this season's energy is like. Hello everybody. Hi Jessica. Hi Elena. Hi Miss M. Hi KM. Hi Self-Sustainable. Hi Stefan. Hi Rich. Hello everybody. Okay. Hi Alchemist of Soul Tarot. Hi Jeremiah. Hello the Wavy. Hello Deborah. Hi everybody. Nice to see you. Right, let me go ahead and find the Three of Wands if I can, and I will show you the depiction, because there's something new that is calling you now. Let's see. Six of Embers. And it talks about a prophecy that this woman has. I just want to show you the art on it. Four of Embers. So that's what you're moving towards. Be on this deck. Let's see. Hi Shayu, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. What the heck? That's weird. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and read the energy anyway, and I'll just show you this card. That's really weird. It's almost like it's missing. You may feel like there's information that's missing. Anyway, we'll go ahead and open up with the theme, and then we'll take a look, see if I can find her later. Maybe she'll pop out with the Six of Embers. Yeah. It's almost like the card's not here. 7. That's really weird. That's got to be symbolic or something. Anyway, we'll go ahead and read the energy regardless, and I'll tell you guys what it shows. How strange. What the heck? Anyway, maybe it will pop up on us later. That's really weird. Okay, let's go ahead and open up with the energy. Hi, Harmony. Hello, love and light shining. All right, let's go ahead and begin. So I'll tell you my notes for the Three of Wands. So Aries energy that we're now in for 2025 is all about us surrendering to the universal flow of change as we enter into a new cosmic reset. We're in between eclipses right now. So we have the new moon eclipse that does await us. And this is going to accelerate our timeline, also a huge change of events that's going to be occurring for us. Everyone in the universe is going to be moving into a higher octave as the earth herself moves into a higher octave as she enters into period 9, all right? And this leads to us originating, right, from the cells of planet Earth. That's something that we're composed of, flushing out paradigms from an old energy from an old paradigm, flushing out existing frequencies that are no longer in resonance with our highest possible octave. So maybe this is flushing out the fears, right? Maybe this is flushing out even like say self-betrayal of some kind, and really being able to move through this cycle, cultivating this strong sense of self-trust, right? So Aries season is here. It's time to tune into that inner fire, and the sun is going to make again its fiery debut into this bold, action-orientated sign where we're being guided to make daring decisions, you know, take chances. It's like a Knight of Wands energy where he's the shapeshifter in this deck as well, so it's almost like you're morphing into this new side of yourself. The Knight of Wands is also somebody that likes to take inspired action, makes friends with the unknown because they realize their full potential lies on the other side of what they've once done before. So they see their vulnerability as a strength and as an opportunity to step into everything that they had intended to become before even incarnating into this physical vessel. So this is new beginnings that are going to be ahead of you. The eclipse opens up major doors in our lives, and it's the beginning of a new era. So this change is inevitable, and it is going to be illuminated for you during this eclipse. We are going to talk about it. It's going to be happening on the 29th of March. So this is going to be happening next week. So this is very prominent energy right now. Eclipses are when a full or new moon are on the nodal axes, okay? And the new moon eclipse is in alignment with the north node. So we've just had the south node eclipse that was in Virgo, and we were talking about for that one, it was linked with the south node. So again, it's about us forging a new path, moving into a higher octave. First requires us to move out of any existing old paradigms, right? Frequencies that are in resonance with old paradigms to be able to make room for the new, right? The new cannot emerge from the aged and sickly. It's almost like there is a life force and vitality that you're almost calling your life force back from any energetic entanglements, any belief systems, and how navigating life, operating under those certain set of belief systems can be limiting for you. It's for you to be able to emerge forward as your limitless nature, all right? So this new moon is with the north node, which is going to be a reflection of our progression, all right? And the eclipses almost serve as a huge checkpoint, which is where a new transition is going to take place in your life, and you're going to be able to leave a mark on the historical timeline as you find yourself crossing over into the border of a new country, a new territory, right? In a totally new environment where new stories are going to begin to unfold. And you don't necessarily know what awaits you, right? With this Three of Wands energy, this is the depiction again with Sun in Aries. But what you do know is that as you continue to drive and you look back at your rear view mirror, the old paradigm is no longer, again, a viable option. The old paradigm is dissolving and it's being dismantled in order to be able to make room for a new reality that's beginning to spring forth, right, with spring and emerge. So lunar eclipses are about leaving behind, again, the old things that no longer serve us, whether that be people, belief systems, just certain ways of operating the world, and things that are just not supportive for this next chapter, right? It's almost like this person is moving forward with only the surfboard and themselves. That's all that they need, right? They're bringing forward only the necessary things. So the new moon eclipse is, again, a fresh start. So this is going to be a huge new chapter for you. It's also where you're beginning to cross that border, right? So by come next week, it's going to be you guys entering into new terrain, into a new, soil in a new land. And there, and I'm hearing it's because you've reached a new destination within yourself as well, which is super interesting, and that's going to be reflecting in your external reality and the way that you also inform matter via your vibrational frequency, this level of truth and consciousness that you hold and anchor within your being in regards to what serves your soul's highest expression at this stage in your journey, and also the things that maybe no longer serve that purpose in your life. But the energy that I was receiving is, you know, when you get off a plane in a country, like in a new country, and it's nice and warm and tropical, and there's no like one specific time for that feeling, but it is recognized as something that is, it's warmth, it's this feeling of relief, it's this feeling of like excitement, right? Not necessarily knowing how everything's going to unfold as you land in these new terrains, but realizing that something exciting is brewing and it's in the air, right? So a new beginning and magic is in the air for you. So yeah, we don't necessarily know what stories are going to play out, but we know that new memories are awaiting to be made, right? And maybe deja vu moments where we're going to be remembering, you know, things that had already came to be. We're just going to be witnessing the becoming of that. So yeah, it represents a huge contrast, right? As we move from Pisces into Aries now, it's like there's an end of a cycle, 12th, stepping forward almost as the Fool card. Again, a cosmic reset, which is the full Aries energy. And it's where we shift from that stuffy, you know, cold enclosed environment in an aeroplane, right? And maybe like an old paradigm of some kind, maybe a shell in how we used to operate the world within, and we begin to open up to these new climates, right? Open up to these new experiences. And there is a stark contrast that is welcome, and it's change, right? So there's a huge relief where you kind of disembark from this old paradigm and you begin to reach a new destination, and it brings a sense of almost relief of, oh wow, okay, we can finally begin to choose how we want to rewrite our story or reinvent ourselves. And now is the real new year, all right? So yeah, it's exciting. It's almost like the feeling of stepping onto foreign soil. And yeah, new smells, new sights, overwhelming experiences, and it's the power of 3 full moons in one. All right, that's the energy that's coming through. And the other energy I was receiving was like, it's like a fairy flight, or known as a ferry flight as well, which is relocating an aircraft without any passengers. So it's almost as if, again, a lot has been cleared so that you can surf this next wave alone, but you're not really alone. There's so many things that have been leading you to this point of actually being able to surf this wave. That's what's coming through here. So a ferry flight involves flying an aircraft from one location to another without any cargo, right? Without any like baggage, right? It's like a moving forward, unburdened. There's another word that's coming through, like just like unburdened, basically. And it's typically leading to an aircraft being able to reposition itself, to kind of repurpose itself in some way. So there could be certain things that you feel like you're kind of repurposing. There's certain things that you're repositioning yourself towards. Maybe there's new things that you want to like, you know, it's like revitalization. It kind of gives me a 𝓣𝓣𝓣𝓮, like splurge up, you know, spruce up, that type of energy. It's almost like there's new things that are being infused into your life right now, and that is magic that's being infused into your life. So pilots in the metaphysical realm represent control and leadership of one's life, and that's something that you're again taking control of as you set flight into a new trajectory. I was going to say direction, but again, it's almost like there's a directory. It's like you're in charge when it comes to what direction you want to move forward now within, and it shows you taking charge of your own destiny. And pilots as well, it's almost like they regularly communicate with each other through their primary radio. So this is like your multi-sensory perception system where you're able to attune into, you know, these designated frequencies. Maybe these are different guides within your multi-dimensional field. With the North Node in Pisces especially, it's almost like there is this invisible force, intangible hand that feels like it's guiding your life right now. There's a lot that's happening behind the veils, invisible forces behind the veils that are almost setting things up for you at this stage. So this could, again, lead to some kind of information that you're going to be receiving that's going to allow you to maintain some kind of situational awareness. It's like you have this different level of awareness of yourself and also other realms that are assisting you in this realm, okay? But there's this etheric webbing that's almost coming up here, where you're able to gather information from these other dimensions, these other frequencies, right? They were able to attune into and act upon that information. So again, these could be downloads that you're going to be receiving, other kind of information, but you're anchoring in these high levels of consciousness into this gameplay experience, into this cosmic overlay, and it's allowing you to begin to, again, extend beyond this matrix. You have connections that extend far beyond this matrix. There's a part of you that you're tuning into that can see the full landscape of the events of time and can guide you towards your chosen destination. And that's going to be encoded within you. Okay, this is about your heart gently guiding you towards your chosen destination. And this connection that you have, right, is going to be guiding your journey on earth, and it's going to be shifting emotionally how you also see your journey as on earth as you begin to open up your vision and look at life through the eyes of the soul at this stage. Okay, so yeah, beautiful energy, surrendering to the universal flows. New themes are going to be occurring in your life, new doors are going to be opening, and it requires you to take some type of action. And what happens around this new moon eclipse on the 29th is going to become very clear for you on the 5th of October. That's going to be a full culmination, because that's why we have the full moon eclipses. So yeah, it's almost taking bold action, but also realizing that there's so much more to unfold at this stage than you can possibly even fathom right now. So we're going to try and tune into this energy today. And let me go ahead and open up the chat and see what you guys are saying. Hello everybody. Hi Colleen, hi Sylvia, hi Roarington, hi Clairvoyant Tarot Queen. Hello everybody, hello. Hi Thomas, hi Joseph, hi Zarina. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I cut my hair yesterday, so I had to, it's still long, but I had to straighten it because I was cutting it. Let's see, we also have Jordan, hi Jarrett, hi everybody, hi Judith. Okay, let's go ahead and tune in with this energy and see what Aries season / this eclipse has in store for you. Right, let's go ahead and tune in. I want to open up with, I do feel like as well, let me try and read, let me find this Three of Wands energy. I'm just going to read it to you because the card is missing somewhere. I'm not too sure where it is. I'm like wondering, because this is going to be a strong theme. All right, Three of Embers. This talks about someone that basically is having strong premonitions, and she's being guided towards a new destination and a new direction. And nobody else necessarily sees this vision or understands this vision that this woman is having, where there's almost energies of the past that are, you know, wanting to keep her in her comfort zone. But then there's also this new energy that's calling her. So there could be certain things that you feel like you're having to eject yourself from in order to be able to move towards a new experience. But I'm hearing focus on what is pulling you now instead of what you feel like is pushing you out, or where the universe is pushing you out of. Focus more on where there's new doors opening up for you instead of doors that are now closing. That's the energy that's coming through, because it almost gives me a corridor energy. That's what a Three of Wands is. It's kind of like you've closed out an old paradigm, you're kind of in the corridor. It feels like we're in the waiting room, right? This person may feel like they're waiting for new things to take form in a very tangible way, but this is about the law of attraction, also the law of resonance. So there's new experiences that are waiting for you. All right, so yeah, this is things that also you're streamlining. That's what it talks about. The Sibyl sees all there is to come. Her psychic intuition can be emotionally crippling at times, but with a streamlined focus, it can offer a chance at rapid growth and, most importantly, survival. As humans, we all have the ability to predict and plan for future problems through adapting and anticipating. Learn from the Sibyl, look forward and plan ahead for any possible outcome, and you will see a chance for rapid growth in the near future. So yeah, this is a very interesting energy, because it's almost as if you have foresight into your destiny before it unfolds, and you realize that if you align your actions in this particular way, right, you take that bold, fiery action towards this specific thing, what it begins to do is unlock a new sequence of events for you. So yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's open up with the Cosmos Oracle message. Wow, 6666. Zarina, that's like all platonic solids, which is super powerful. We had one flip. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. Ooh, flight. You guys are taking flight in a new direction, right? This is almost like a rapid rise. A huge shift that's going to be going on. And we have Fox here, P2 at the base, which talks about communication and internal communication being everything for you right now. Yeah, this is about a huge rise. So yeah, we have solar flares. So there could be information with solar flares that you're going to be receiving. Scintillation here at the base again talks about downloads that you're going to be receiving, almost like light energy that's going to be coming into your body, right? Like truth messages that you're going to be receiving. And this is something that allows you to send ripples or shock waves throughout the earth. So it could be some kind of action that you're going to be taking that helps you go the distance here for sure. We'll go ahead and read some of the solar flares energy. SSS, solar. Solar flares talks about the tipping point before the loss of stability. So flares are characterized by emotions with a lot of sudden energy. They release unexpectedly a large amount of energy that was previously withheld. So again, in all ways that you guys had kind of suppressed yourself, that's going to be new ways that are going to be opening up, right? Anything that has been repressed or suppressed is kind of coming out all at once. That's definitely what it feels like. Again, it's like you're emerging or coming forth as this new version of yourself and really forging a new path in the process. And it comes after solar corona, which talks about the light that we can appreciate thanks to an eclipse. So this could be a light revelation, especially with the light and scintillation here at the base as well. So this is again happening after an eclipse because it goes solar corona and then solar flares. So this talks about something that you weren't able to see before. It was hidden, only revealed before our eyes thanks to the eclipse. It talks about, again, almost like the light coming in after the storm and allowing for understanding and transformation, where you're coming forth through a difficult time and you're coming out stronger on the other side. And this talks about integrating the masculine and feminine principles here with solar flares. So it can be a double-edged sword, a direct turning point, as well as we well know, the sun's energy when moved in large quantities and acted upon can be an ideal combination to start projects, make decisions with direct actions, and find yourself standing in an entirely active point. And that's what it feels like, literally, with the solar flares energy. The new moon is a great time, especially with, again, this being super potent, to initiate some type of new start in your life. Again, some type of new reinvention. So yeah, if well managed, it generates beauty, enthusiasm, and color of the auroras. So the auroras is where the magic begins to take place. And this could be something that your soul's wanting to initiate too, because the aurora polaris talks about a bioplasmic being where there is infinite potential within you that's wanting to express itself and demonstrate that infinite potential in your external reality. So this can be, again, a very explosive energy that wants to come out, almost something that wants to implode. It is almost like a life path energy where you may feel like you need some kind of tangible outlet because your soul is going to be super excited to step into its highest action, okay, because there's no time left to action the inaction, right? So this is almost like a invitation to step forward and emerge as the new version of yourself. Let's go and take a look at flight here as well. Flight here. Flight talks about continuous movement, the opposite of standing still. So yeah, like, again, this is the opposite. This is the opposite of standing still. It's time for movement. It's time to initiate some type of movement and change in your life. There are times when life invites us to find a balance between moving and static and stillness, doing and not doing, staying active and resting. This is not the case right now. So this is your biggest invitation, right? This is your clarification, confirmation, whatever you want to call it, to start doing, right? Flight is movement and freedom in every sense. And it's so interesting because I feel like Pisces season was all about a state of being, finding the balance between being and doing. And now it's like you're able to do with a sense of being, right? You're able to be present in everything that you're doing. And there's a sense of purpose now behind everything that you're doing. And it feels like there's a higher purpose behind everything that you're doing right now with the North Node and Pisces too. So astronomically speaking, the word refers to a body traveling through a space without settling or stopping. So again, there's no need to be settling right now, not sleeping on any of your full potential. There is no time to rest or relax, nor is there time to stop, analyze, or review. It's simply time to move forward, spread your wings and fly without looking back. So this is powerful, you know, this is very, very powerful. And again, we have a lot of fiery energy, even with the Three of Wands, right? With the sun and Aries, like so much fire energy. And a fire is also, you know, connected to the heart space and the head as well with Aries. So there's something that you're making your mind up about. I feel like your head and heart are now coming into that, you know, cohesive alignment where your actions in the physical are completely supporting your soul's desires and highest possible expression, which is so, so beautiful as well. Wow. Okay, let's see. And then again, we have scintillation, which talks about a huge light, right, that you're going to be receiving, like huge downloads that you're going to be receiving. But yeah, prepare for takeoff. You know, it's almost like you guys are taking off into a new life. Prepare for blast off, right? Beautiful. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at Shaman's Dream Oracle Message. That's the one that my hands went to go grab. So let's see. And that last day of Pisces season as well, it was almost like take one final look at the past and bring forth all the wisdom and allow that awareness of what serves you and what doesn't to be a torch to lead the way towards what does. That's the energy, right? Deep quiet, meditation and stillness. When you sit in stillness, the answers that you need to hear will get loud. And you can almost see this is like a cosmic self, right? This is almost like the higher self image there as well. So it's almost like there is a message that your higher self has for you here. Meditation and stillness also talks about, it's an interesting energy. There is something that you've uncovered in that stillness. And what's coming forward here as well, if you're just doing without a sense of purpose, the universe is going to have especially the universe, okay? The universe is going to have the law of accident come into your experience to keep you in alignment with that purpose, right? With that intention. Are you doing with intention right now, or are you just doing, right? It's almost like, is there a specific intention behind your actions right now? They want you to be really intentful, because it's only through consciously applying your free will and consciously doing that you begin to become aware of the actual timelines that you're opening up for yourself. So there's something about, see the power of having the intention behind everything that you do. I'm hearing literally everything with this stillness. So even if you're going in the shower, it's almost like, what is your intention there? Are you washing away the energies of the old paradigm? Are you cleansing yourself? Are you doing it with the intention of becoming renewed, right? Almost like if you're going to eat something, are you infusing it with gold? Are you doing this with the purpose of being able to, the intention of being able to nourish your physical vessel, right? Nourish the physical vessel in which it enriches your soul. You know, it's almost like, are you doing everything with a sense of being while you're doing? That's a strong energy that's coming through right now. Otherwise, the universe will force you back into that stillness to question why you're doing things and what is the purpose or intention behind what it is that you're doing, because it's the intention that is kinetic energy and it charges the things that you're doing into a higher octave. That's the energy that's coming through. Again, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Now it's time to support your experience by being able to support yourself in every area, right? That's almost what it's giving me here as well. Let's get one more. That's an interesting energy. Always remember that there's an inner still sanctuary while you do things. Yeah, first breath, beginner's mind. This is the full card energy, which is super, super beautiful. We'll go ahead and read this actually. 21 is doing everything with the beginner's mind. Again, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. So this talks about seeing life through the eyes of the soul and what a pleasure it is to have life on earth, because you don't get to do these things, right? In the higher dimensions, you don't get to have the illusion of physical matter in the way in which we do here. And again, the illusion is really fooling you, right? When it comes to this holographic energetic projection, whatever it is you're looking at right now. I'm not even holding these cards. Do you know that? I'm not even holding them. What's happening is the negative kind of electrons that are orbiting the atoms of my hand are repelling, right? The negative electrons are orbiting the atoms of this. There's only a repulsion. There's only an illusion of physical matter. There's only an illusion of physical touch. Like, don't forget what you're in. That's what's coming through very strongly here as well. So again, it allows you to just look at life through the eyes of the soul, look at things down to a molecular subatomic level, and realize that everything is malleable within this experience. You don't like it, guess what? You can change it, right? That's the energy that's coming through. Things are that malleable for you right now, okay? So that's what's coming through very, very strongly here. Again, everything is vibrating in a quantum superposition, which means every decision you make gets swept away into an infinite sea of other possibilities. So be really intentful with what actions you align with right now, and the reason behind your actions at every given moment of time. That's what it's giving me for sure, because every action creates a branching universe. Do you know what universes you're branching and opening up in this moment? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So a fresh start, the renewed curiosity, natural trust, beginner's mind. And this is what period 9 is, by the way, as well. Welcome to period 9, everyone. Because this is where the human condition lives, and you begin to look at life through the eyes of the soul. That's what this is when you talk about period 9. You recognize yourself as not just the physical vessel, or not just being in this world, right, or becoming of this world, but you're a being that has incarnated in this world, but you're not of this world, right? It's not your origins. So it's a super, super interesting energy here as well. But yeah, you're operating it with this higher level of awareness. It's almost like, again, you're in this atmosphere, but you're not lost in matter, and you're realizing that the illusion of solid matter exists to serve you. You don't exist to serve it. So, okay, the first breath card shows up for you when it's time to let go of the old stories and tales and leave them behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another, right? You have arrived. You're not arriving, you have arrived. There is nothing else you need to do but take in the new world, right? A whole new world. I told you that's what was keeping me behind, right? It's almost like you keeping yourself behind from the new world. Before this reading, I was doing a reading on the whole new world, like a new fantastic point of view, the Aladdin song that was coming through, and it's like, you're the one that's going to make your every wish come true right now. So yeah, there's nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself to you. Trust in natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been, or how tight the passage to get to where it is that you are now was, right? Because again, let's just reset you right now. The old paradigm, the old matrix entanglements, call of your life force back to you here right now, your pure creative life force seated in a physical vessel. You are at risk of forgetting your etheric origins when incarnating into this physical realm. You're a deity that has awakened from matter, right? And is now having this different kind of mastery over matter. You can inform matter, right? Based upon your own frequency. That's the language of the universe. So that's the energy that's coming through. It's almost like, who are you in this moment, all right? You're who you've always been, your eternal, infinite nature. What do you want your life on earth to be? Everything before this, it was an attempt to wake you up. Your awareness that has become conscious of itself. It's a 𝓣𝓾𝓪, Christ consciousness energy. A 𝓣𝓾𝓪 begins to become an outsider that's looking in on this matrix, has the cheat codes for this matrix, has the biohacks for this matrix, right? So it's an interesting energy. Trust your natural curiosity, right? Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. You've come back to yourself. Congratulations. Through every incarnation, you've managed to come back to yourself, right? So even if it's a familiar place that you've come to many times before, try to experience it as if for the first time. For you are renewed, and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming the experiences. That situation that was difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. So announce this new you to yourself first, and then the world. Because the way that you show up and that you're going to show up in the world is about to be completely different. At the end of this month as well, we also have Neptune entering into Aries, right? So soon enough, they will, as you move on. So it's your actions that are about to speak 1,000 words for you. You don't need to announce this, right? Trees, they don't announce their growth. Silence is its own transmission, right? Your silence is deafening. Your actions speak 1,000 words for you. Do not squander the power of the first breath, giving the old narrative mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings, to animate a world that you can play and create in. You are the soul that animates this physical vessel. Just think about that for a moment. This physical vessel, right, is incarnated and encoded with a very specific energetic signature that was made up of the selection of choices that your ancestors had made. They called forth a soul, which was you, to incarnate this physical vessel. The physical vessel has very specific energetic signatures. It's almost like the snapshot, right, which is like your birth chart of this solar system and this universe, of where the positions were where the planets were positioned at the time of birth, at the time of your incarnation, the time that you were seeded into this planet, the time that your higher self incarnated into this physical form. right? Originating from plasma crafted by the Elohim to come and engage with the third dimensional realm. You're here to serve as a mirror. You're here to serve as a mirror and to serve as an example of a different way of being, a different way of navigating. And this is what the new earth is about. It's gamma perception, right? So yeah, it's a super interesting energy here. All right, yeah, do not give the old narratives mouth to mouth. Don't underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the word. Right, let's go ahead and take a look at, hi Indie Sounds. Hello everybody, hi Devon, nice to see you. And this is like the Seraphim's gateway energy. We have the garden and the gate. Very, very auspicious energy here as well. The garden and the gate says that you are the key, okay? You are the key to give yourself permission to move beyond your comfort zone right now and an old way of doing things, okay? No change, things don't change until things change, right? It's like there is a change that's happening within you and it's leading to a change happen in your external reality and the way that you navigate this reality. And this happens after the world card as well. So we'll go ahead and read this. This talks about there's a gate to the road outside the garden and it's locked while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time, but be aware. The choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by the habit of fear of the unknown. But realize that your full potential lies on the other side of the unknown, okay? And realize that that voice of the unknown is a voice of fear, okay? And that's something that has been suppressed and repressed within the physical vessel. And fear is really the illusion of separation. But when you realize that, again, everything is all one, right? One is all and all is one. There is only an illusion of separation between where you are and the things that you want, okay? There is an illusion of separation in the lag time. The lag time is the unknown. The lag time is where that fear can happen. And every time we fear that lag time between where we are and what it is that we want and being able to receive what it is that we want, we begin to disconnect from our higher self. Because again, the higher self is an octave of yourself that can see the full landscape of the time of events, right? That is laid out before you. And it knows that these events have already came to be. The human is just witnessing the becoming of it. Of course, there's a lag time here. And it's a beautiful thing because it allows you to be more intentful when it comes to the things that you want to manifest. You know, sometimes the things that we thought that we wanted have been a blessing in disguise that we haven't received them. The universe only has 3 answers. It's yes, not right now, or I have something better in store for you. There is a divine realignment that's happening and your request and desire is not being denied in any way. It's almost a divine timing and divine realignment, and it's all been bringing you towards this moment. So yeah, it's a beautiful energy. Anyway, the garden may be enticing and worth enjoying, but may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam, okay? So while it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from your karmic path of living your truth. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside of your gate. So again, this is where you can even hold yourself back, right, with the gate. You are limitless. There's only the limits that you set upon yourself. The universe is abundant. The only lack that exists is within the mind. So yeah, how can you acknowledge the voice of fear, right? The voice of the ego, the physical vessel, and hold space for it? But also realize that you're not those thoughts and you're not those emotions. Finish the cycle, right? This is the eyes of the human that can only see 1% of the light spectrum, can only see what's going on here. But the eyes of the soul can see so much more, can see so much further, right? There's almost foresight that you're gaining into your destiny before it unfolds. The fear doesn't know that, right? There's an illusion of that fear. And once you begin to distinguish this, you can quiet that voice. And I just did a reading on this actually with the whole new world, and I said it's when the internal voice, your true self, the voice of your true self becomes louder than the voice of fear. It's where the power of love becomes louder. The voice of love becomes louder than the love of power clinging to your comfort zone. And eventually that voice becomes background noise in a coffee shop. You can really strongly distinguish between the two, and you know which one you want to choose from. So yeah, Three of Wands energy definitely is that with the Garden and the Gate. All right, let's continue. So you have the choice, and again, this talks about, again, quantum entanglement as well. So there's almost new experiences that you are entangled with, that you're drawing in. Again, the law of resonance too. So there's new things that you are in resonance with. But yeah, gaining the garden, gating the world just outside of your gate. So there's a new way that you're going to be showing up in the world. There's new things that you're also going to be doing within the world. Right, let's go ahead and see. Right, between worlds. Right, we have a lot of world energy coming up, right? Between worlds literally talks about this. This is, again, a place of no man's land. That's what it talks about. So in this state of between worlds, this is where the real initiation takes place for you, because you're having to really get comfortable in the unknown, in this lag time, in the way that reality is reconfiguring itself to correspond with this new frequency that you're emitting. Be comfortable and enjoy the scenery upon this divine realignment for you. It's almost like you don't need to wait for a moment to be happy. Be happy in the now and begin to smell the roses of the fact that I'm hearing smell the roses that you've taken with you from the garden as you venture out into the world. So there's almost like a remnants. That's almost the vibe that it gives me there with a rose, but this is the unfoldment of something new. And roses in the starseed messages deck talks about it's happening for you and not to you, okay? So let's go and read Between Worlds. Again, this is literally being in a place of no man's land. It's very much in the corridor energy, right? So transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged with another, temporary blindness, no man's land. And I'm hearing, because you've now opened up your vision, the way that you look at the old paradigm is with complete new eyes, a complete new perspective, okay? And you can actually take a look at the product that became your life out of the choices that were made from fear, or the choices that were made out of, again, unconscious times. So Between the World is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time where you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity. Time to get curious about the unknown, right? You realize that your full potential lies on the other side of that. What does that look like? Allow yourself to envision that scene. And I was just talking about this before as well, where there was this movie, right? I'll talk about it. I know I'm going to go on a side quest, but there was this movie. I can't remember the name of it, but if I find it, I'll let you guys know. And I saw it quite maybe a couple of years ago, and there was like this 𝓤 character that came through, and it was like this initiatory kind of training ground before the souls incarnated on Earth. And there was a bunch of them up there in these other dimensions and these other frequencies, and they were kind of choosing what it is that they wanted to experience when they incarnated into a physical vessel. You know, they were really focusing on like a specific scene that they wanted to have here on Earth. So what they did is they had this holographic illusion that they were already existing in this scene, and they were living in this frame vibrationally, and there were like 4 walls of a green screen, and this one woman, she decided that she wanted to have this one scene here on Earth. Anything that she could choose, she chose that she wanted to have the experience of riding a bike in the world, right? So they created this scene, they remade this scene that she had imagined in her mind, and they had her in these 4 green screens around her, with her riding on a street, and they had the audio on, right? All the senses were being activated of the ice cream man, you know, the ice cream van, the children laughing, the birds chirping. They had fans going for the breeze and the wind, right? The breeze running through her hair. And she was like really living in this frame vibrationally until she believed that she was there. And the moment that she was in that scene, right, where it felt like she was in this other dream world, and she was really conscious of the fact that she was in this dream world, she incarnated, it's like she dissolved. She was born as a baby in this realm. There were so many other beings that were watching them on like these screens, on these TVs, and were like overviewing her her lead up to this moment on Earth, to remember, you know, even if she was unconscious of that, how there were so many energies working on her behalf to lead her back to this moment of riding that bike on the street. She wanted to have that experience. There were so many beings that were going to ensure that that had happened for her, or that she would be led up to that point. And when she was led up to that point, it was a moment of deja vu of, oh my gosh, like this actually came to be. This was a memory of something that my soul had intended to experience before even incarnating in this realm. And that's the moment that you're being led up to right now. It's almost like, again, your awareness that has become conscious of itself, but it's almost like you're early to the party in the way that there's something that you're being led up to, and you can have a feeling of it. You have a feeling that there's so much leading you towards this bike. But it's almost like you've had to get over a hump of some kind internally, where maybe there's been a fear of riding bikes. Maybe there's been a fear of, you know, how am I going to be able to balance out these new situations? How am I going to be able to, it's like a Two of Pentacles, maybe turn this side hustle into a job. Maybe it's going to be navigating this reality. Maybe I have to drop certain coins to pick up others. How am I going to be able to navigate this new thing? It almost feels like I'm doing a balancing act right now. I'm trying to get used to a new normal. And it kind of feels like I'm juggling between timelines, and I can feel myself shifting over before I'm locked into a new continuum. But I'm not locked in yet. It's almost like I'm kind of in between, back and forth, and I'm trying to, you know, it's almost like that's what's happening right now. So yeah, that's the vibe that I'm seeing for you guys. Anyway, a mystery that is not yours to understand, that weaves the web of life within the divine matrix consciousness that is greater, in this place between what was and what will be, in a state of making and unmaking and making again. Yeah, super interesting. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There's a great freedom and power to be unleashed, right? So it's beautiful to not know and release the need to know all the answers in regard to how you're going to literally be aligned with this perfect scene that can be only recreated through divine orchestration. That's almost what's coming through there for you, right? It's like she could get a bike at any other moment and ride through the street, but it wouldn't have the ice cream man's van. It wouldn't have the children laughing. The birds may not be chirping. You know, it's almost like there is this beauty in just surrender and watching things unfold in a way that is an indescribable feeling, right? With a whole new world, right? It's that type of energy. Hi, Leonella. Hope that you're well. Hi, Shaya. Hope that you're well. Okay, let's go ahead and see as well. Right, so the seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you were invited to see with curious eyes of a child, right? Look at life through the eyes of the soul. I'm kind of curious to see how this all does unfold for me right now, right? So this allows you to, again, look at life as if you're seeing a rainbow, as if for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. So there's a new energy that's going to be basically coming forth right now for you. In prosperity, this talks about in your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that it will work for you too, that it will be successful. But this symbol appears when it's time to remind you that your path of prosperity is a gamble, right? It's almost like you're having to take a chance right now. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes of your wager. I'm also seeing the woman who is kind of, she's having to learn how to ride a bike so that she can even have that scene in the first place. So you may feel like there's certain things that have been preparing you for this specific moment. You know, it's almost like you've been prepared to be able to step into this new timeline and the new events that herald your arrival. That's the vibe that it gives me for sure. Maybe you're going to fall off the bike a few times. It's okay, you know, scrape your knees and get back up, and you know, that's all it is. It's that type of energy. It's about your success lies in your ability to continue to pick yourself back up, knowing that there's a beautiful scene that awaits you, and you can be happy in those falls, knowing that that's not failure. It kind of gives me the energy of failure as a part of success. That's what it is. That's what failure is. It's a part of success. So it's that type of energy. You will stumble upon something golden that will be like anything you've ever known before. All right, it's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, where your preparation meets an opportunity, new doors open up for you. All right, so you'll stumble upon something beautiful. That's the energy that's coming through there with Between Worlds. That's a beautiful energy. Was I holding that backwards? Maybe I was. I don't know. But this is, again, the Fibonacci sequence, right? Which talks about there is a cosmos within the chaos. There is a secret order within the disorder. This is an intelligent, self-organizing universe that we're existing in. The universe has a secret order to everything in the way that the human may not be able to fully see. It's the moment that you surrender that the transformation begins to happen in your life, okay? And happen through you, all right? Right, let's take a look at a galactic energy. Well, this was supposed to be gateway of the light activation, but apparently there's a galactic energy that wants to come through. Yeah, we have halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, and great lessons. And the funny thing is that again, there was like this Thoth character energy in that same movie, and you know, he came through to kind of, you know, weigh the feather against the heart, and that's what numerical 9 is all about, right? So it's about how well did you live according to your soul's initial intentions. When the human condition lifts and you see that there was only an illusion of fear, right? Fear didn't actually exist. It's where you were limitless, but you had perceived limitations that had held you back from being able to actually experience this plethora of timelines that were always available to you. But it's where you kind of robbed yourself from the opportunity due to fear of being seen, due to fear of being perceived. You know, it's about how you're creating your life. Are you creating it for creation's sake, as you being a pure creator? Or are you just being a passive observer because you're worried about how you're going to be perceived, right? Are you creating from survival? Because you cannot create and be in survival at the same time. So yeah, halls of learning are super interesting. It's almost like some souls saw that they lived really according, in alignment with their initial intentions, and other souls were kind of, again, had to kind of account for the trauma and the aftermath of their life, realizing that they were the only ones that got in their way. They had to account for the trauma of making decisions based off of fear instead of love. So let's talk about halls of learning, and then we will probably get into a meditation. I do have another reading posting at 4, but yeah, we have quite a powerful meditation to do today. So for those of you that want to do that, we'll do that. Okay, so etheric retreat. Let's take a look at this. All right, so the halls of learning. Okay, this is almost, again, like a spiritual university, right? A university for the souls in this universe. So you are on the path to great learning. Spiritual beings are drawing close to support you, right? In ways that you can't see. They were always overlooking their mission here. If you were faced with, so this gives me, again, there's galactic interest when it comes to your mission here on Earth. All right, if you are facing challenges or difficult circumstances, you've just moved through such a time, you are being called to review what it is that you've learned about yourself. If you're still feeling overwhelmed by a certain event or asking why it happened, call on source and your guides to reveal to you the pattern, the trauma, or the wound that has contributed towards this challenge. If you aren't experiencing challenging energy, the reason is that you've made a huge progress on your spiritual journey, so much that your perspective has shifted so that you can view every challenge as a window of opportunity. The halls of learning gateway indicates that your spiritual gifts are developing at this time. So again, you are really bringing forth something that has been suppressed just through many incarnations and also ancestrally. I was also getting a message in regards to your eyes. You know how they say eyes are the window of the soul? Your eyes are a window for your ancestors to begin to look at life through your eyes, to look at your life and experience life through you, ascending, and they can ascend through you. They continue to exist and live through you, and they get to experience what living life on Earth looks like when you live according to love. And fear doesn't suppress your gifts, your talents, your abilities, the things that you want to do, and the timelines that become available to you when you live according to that truth. So it's that type of energy. All right. Let's see. Let me get one starseed message and then we'll hop into the meditation. Yes, Leonella, a tower moment to celebrate. That's what a tower moment is, right? It's foundations that are no longer supporting your highest possible expansion, right? Those foundations have now been compromised. They're in resonance with an old timeline, an old version of yourself, not the new one that you know yourself to be. So as you ascend into this high octave, you're almost flushing out those, you know, experiences, those frequencies that no longer resonate with you. You know, it's not personal, it's vibrational. So We have the initiation, rite of passage, and crossing the threshold, right? And then we also have weight of the world that came up. Oh no, this was belonging there. But somehow it came out. So this is something that doesn't belong to you, that maybe some of you are still holding on to. It talks about, again, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. There's some things that are not your burden to carry. Initiation talks about there being a light at the end of the tunnel, so just keep moving. Rest, retreat, and be held. Okay, that is a time for healing. Okay, it's to realize that this is a path that is healing. It will allow you to enter into more healing timelines for yourself. And to heal is to become whole, which is to become whole as being your higher self in physical form. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So again, I feel like you definitely have a lot of support here in the non-physical realms. And we have earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it, right? So again, you have a lot of support that goes far beyond this world, far beyond this matrix, and this cosmic overlay construct. And it's assisting you when it comes to optimal navigation, okay? Optimal navigation, information that you're going to be receiving that is going to be very healing and supportive and shift the way that you kind of emotionally relate to your journey on earth. Can you look back at the old paradigm and be appreciative of everything? You know, it's almost like you wouldn't want to change anything when the human condition left, because you realize it's all led you to this moment. It was all an attempt to wake you up a lot of the times. So that's what's coming through. All right. Okay, guys, how is everyone? How's everyone feeling? Let's we're gonna hop into the meditation, and then we will, depending on the time, we will probably close out with some more messages. Yeah. A Tao moment is destabilization that happens as your biggest catalyst for transformation. How can you utilize the energy of the old paradigm to just further accelerate along your path? You can convert that energy. Okay. It's almost like discovering your power that had been suppressed. It's like you get to experience freedom because you've experienced that suppression now. That's what the beauty of the contrast is in this realm. You get to experience an abundance because you've experienced lack. You get to experience love because you've experienced that fear. Find the appreciation and holding space for that contrast, and find that internal balance, no matter where you once were, right? Okay, guys, we're going to open up with the meditation, and then we will close out. Are you guys ready? Let me know, let me know. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, children of light, if you would just close your eyes. And I want you guys to sit down. Don't lay down for this one. Just sit down. You can either cross your legs or you can have your feet planted on the floor. But just sit down and take a deep breath. Breathe deeply into your stomach, all the way down to the base of your spine. And on the exhale, I want you to just release any burdens, any low, dense energy that you've been holding on to. Just take deep breaths all the way into your stomach, down to the base of your spine. And on the exhale, just feel yourself becoming more weightless. In every exhale, you feel yourself tuning back into your formless nature. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale for another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep taking deep breaths all the way into your stomach. This is going to calm and regulate your nervous system. And keep taking deep, conscious exhales. Begin to quiet your mind and begin to tune into your heart space. Listen to your heart. Anchor a grounding cord that wraps around the full circumference of your body. This is going to be a huge grounding cord, maybe like an umbilical cord. It can be a rope, it can be a tree trunk, whatever resonates most with you, whatever you need most in this moment. Around the front, the sides, the back of your body, and connect that all the way down towards the center of the earth. See, feel, hear, and sense the earth's rotation. Feel your awareness dropping into your body. Recognize the difference that you feel as you drop into alpha state. Allow this powerful wave of healing energy run up your grounding cord and into your feet, your shins, your thighs, your perineum, your root chakra. Allow this replenishing life force to run up into your sacral chakra, into your stomach, spinning the healing energy of the earth into your solar plexus. Allow this revitalizing life force to enter into your heart space and up into your shoulders, running down your arms, spreading through your hands and your fingertips, flowing up into your throat chakra, spreading up into your third eye, and now into your crown chakra. Begin to pour this green life force from your crown like a waterfall, running down your body, streaming from the head down to the toes. Wrap your whole body in this healing energy of earth, life force around you, like a chrysalis. Notice that the more you focus on your energy body, the more you quiet your mind. Be here now. Come back. Don't get distracted. Open up your crown chakra petal by petal like a lotus flower and begin to observe the one who is opening the petals. You are the one that's observing, the one opening the crown. This is your gateway to source. Things become much easier and more effortless when you observe the one informing matter. Allow this powerful wave of life force energy to enter into your crown space. Your energy begins to inform matter and instruct it. You begin to have mastery over this third dimensional realm, requiring only a sacred witness. Observe the whole body become lifted by light and frequency, entering into the vessel that you're seated within. The vessel is very intelligent. Watch it do this on its own. You are the one feeling and seeing and sensing this energy pour into your third eye, into the throat chakra, into the heart. Place your hands on your heart space and breathe deeply into your belly, all the way to the root of your spine. Just take a moment to connect with yourself. Thank yourself for taking the time to reconnect with yourself, with the soul to the vessel, and with the vessel to the soul. Tune in to the part of you that's untouched by time, unaffected by matter. Tune in to the one that has mastery over matter, mastery over the emotional state, mastery over the mind. Observe the one who feels this life force pouring into the solar plexus, into the sacral chakra, and down to the root. Begin to spin each one of your energy bodies starting from the root chakra. Spin this sphere energy center faster and faster, clearing any debris and stagnant energy from your body like a powerful vortex. Observe the one clearing the root chakra, grounded by nature's embrace, dissolving feelings of guilt, shame, misery, fear. As within, so without. See the field around your body being cleared by any lingering stagnant thought forms that have been blocking the flow of creative life force from being able to move freely in and around your field. See a bubble 360 degrees all around you, below you and above you. See yourself immersed in this bubble, in your multidimensional sphere. Begin scanning your sphere for any blockages, any blocked thought forms. You can use your crown chakra, the violet light flame, to dissolve this. Observe the one who is clearing their field. Don't get distracted. Allow any debris to run down your earth cord, down to the center of the earth, to eliminate any energies from the old paradigm. Move up to your sacral chakra. Begin to spin your sacral, clearing any debris, and spin this energy like a powerful vortex from within and around you. The sacral frees your vessel from fear's grip through activating discernment's lens. The sacral unveils eternal truths to you. Observe the one clearing any stagnant debris from within and around you. Begin to move into your solar plexus and activate this powerful vortice. The solar plexus allows you to understand patience and restore your self-trust when navigating this realm. Rediscover the confidence in your magic from within and around you. Begin to spin this powerful vortice. Now move into your heart space and open up this vortex. Allow it to glow brighter and brighter as it spins faster and faster, elevating into higher octaves. Love will dissolve the heart's envy. You are perfect just the way that you are, and you always have been. Feel the gratitude within your heart space for coming back to this internal union within yourself. Now begin to spin the throat chakra. Open up this vortice, clearing any blockages within this vessel that has limited your ability to live authentically in your mission on earth, to align your actions accordingly with the intentions you had before incarnating into this physical vessel. Become kind to others and yourself, and you shall restore the throat chakra, dispelling the fog of gossip. Teach the vessel how to move in alignment with your highest truth. Clear any stagnant energy that does not align with your highest expression while in this incarnation, from within and around you. Now move up into your third eye and open up your vision. You have two eyes to look and one to see. Your vision is one of the most important things, as its creativity spark that gives you a preview of life's upcomings. It's through your imagination that you begin to imagine a new nation, the new earth. Clear any blockages by spinning this powerful vortice and open up your vision, your ability to have foresight into your destiny before it unfolds in the physical. Scan your field. Any thought forms that have been lingering, any stagnant, crystalline debris that blocks the flow of life force. Any doubts that you've had, clear anything in your field. that limits source from being able to express and experience itself through you and as you. Any debris that do not align with this vision or cloud your ability to envision this. Observe the one that is clearing their field. You realize that you don't really have to do anything at all when you observe the one that is doing this. Now move into your crown chakra and spin this powerful vortice and feel the field around you and your body begin to expand. Your field expands way beyond the human body. The crown chakra is vibrant health and vitality. This will unshackle the crown, allowing you to step into a luminous existence where your energy harmonizes like a symphony of stars, each unlocking portals, unlocking life stance, revitalizing the body, the mind, and the soul. This connection will unleash the human potential and transcend above the mundane and embrace the cosmos within. Fill your crown chakra with your creative color, a color of your choice that's most needed at this stage in your soul's evolution. Begin to pour this creative color out of your crown like a waterfall, running down your vessel and wrapping it around you like a chrysalis. Feel this energy bleed into your health, your vitality, your career, your relationships, family, friends, purpose, mission. Feel your true self align with all of these different energies, all of these different timelines, all of these different experiences. Put your hands on your heart space and begin to breathe deeply into your heart. Feel it glowing brighter and brighter as you infuse it with your creative color. Feel the metamorphosis that's taking place inside of this chrysalis. The chrysalis is a part of you, but it's not all of you. You are all of it, yet none of it at all. Feel your wings inside of this chrysalis begin to grow. They're growing, but they're kind of restrained. There is a new you that's emerging and wishes to liberate itself. Now that you've remembered yourself and your etheric origins, you can emerge from this shell into whom you've always been before the world taught you who you should be. Amid the darkness, there is a magic. There was always a magic in your glow, in your light. You are the one that was never trapped, limited, or restrained. Observing the one who is breaking free from this chrysalis and emerging with beautiful wings, your starry origins are on display for the world to see once again. The light you've awakened within yourself is acting as a torch. Your awareness of yourself is your torch. See yourself and scan your field and notice all of these different fireflies encoded in your field. These lights, they represent your guides. Suddenly, you're not just more receptive, but you're a receiver. The invisible blueprint of energy that you're able to work with directly. You're able to gather information from these other worlds and bring them back into your experience and act upon this information. See the fireflies light your way through the wild marshlands as you embark into period 9, Child of Light. Notice that you now have mastery over the invisible energy blueprint of this world, allowing you to move through the physical and the spiritual worlds with complete consciousness in a complete conscious co-creation. And feel yourself dropping back into your body, anchor your awareness here, and welcome back. Hello everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that. We did more energy work today instead of just other visualizations, just visualizing more of the multidimensional sphere. And that should be a great initiation into period 9. Right, let's go ahead and close out with a star child message, and then I will probably love any of you guys right there. We have the Tree of Life, and we also have Earth Angel, which is beautiful, right? And we have guidance here as well. So you are literally this Earth Angel, right? Originating from plasma, crafted by the Elohim to come and engage with the third dimensional realm. And you're connected to the Tree of Life. You're connected to this invisible blueprint. And you can almost see how it seems like, again, like a net or a netters. And then you have guidance here as well with unicorn. So you have guidance that is otherworldly as you roam around this world, right? And you have this strong correspondence between this interconnected invisible network, right? This web of life, and it's helping you take flight in that new direction as well and bring that heaven to earth, okay, as you operate in that new earth frequency. All right, guys, we'll close up with one more message. Let's get a angel number message. We have 2. We have 1919-333, transformation. It's asked that you take notice that within your hands, you hold the power to change your life. Within this realization, you'll sense a new purpose and connection to new beginnings. I release what I no longer need to carry as I open myself up to the transformative energy of the divine. 333, potential, your chance to reach your highest of potentials is here. Perseverance has gotten you to where you are. You've been through so much, and this guidance is here to show you that you're exactly where you need to be. My potential is infinite, and I use my strength as my ally to pursue my highest good. All right. So yeah, it's a beautiful energy. Hopefully you guys enjoy that meditation. I'm glad you should feel yourself dropping into the different brainwave states. We'll do things that are more extensive like that, you know, where you go into beta and then you drop all the way into theta, which is like subconscious reprogramming. But yeah, when you connect to the DNA of the earth, you drop into alpha brainwaves, a low alpha, which is kind of like the gateway to the subconscious mind. All right, guys, I'm going to love and leave you right there. Thank you so much for joining me for this New Year initiation. Yeah, let me know as well, guys, what was your creative color? I'm always interested to hear what was your creative color that you chose to infuse into your heart. What was your creative color for your crown that you poured into all areas of your life? Let me know in the playback if you're watching this in the playback as well. But yeah, let me know in the live chat, guys. Harmony said purple. Yeah, purple is the color and of the crown chakra as well. It's very healing. And again, you can kind of see things through that lens of discernment and that higher level of awareness as well when you're viewing life on earth. Crown chakra as well with purple energy helps you actually see people and situations and circumstances as light. You begin to see yourself more as light as well. It becomes your biggest filter of perception when viewing this reality as your higher self. As a soul, right? You begin to look at life through the eyes of the soul. Yellow says J. Yeah, self-confidence with yellow there in the solar plexus energy. Self-confidence, self-trust, right? Being able to trust yourself as you navigate your way through career, relationships, health, in all areas of life, right? Being able to trust that internal dialogue that you have and finding confidence in that magic as well. First gold and then green and then indigo. Beautiful, rich. Yeah, gold is, again, clearing up all of that dense matter. Green is being able to alchemize and infuse love into that, and also being able to look at that from a higher level of awareness as well with indigo. My color was yellow and then it turned to a sparkly gold. I love that. How beautiful. How beautiful, Shea. Yeah. Again, a lot of self-trust and also clearing up any programs that have kind of disconnected you from being able to trust that internal voice as well, right? It's like you're clearing up that dense matter, something that could have been inherited ancestrally even. Blue, yes, being able to infuse more of your authenticity, right? Being able to blend more of your multidimensional, sophisticated expression in this realm, being able to express yourself freely there, Gregory. GR3Y, some orange, yeah. Sacral chakra energy as well, being more confident when it comes to your creative life force and how you want to exchange that in this realm as well with orange. So again, being really aware when it comes to the energy exchanges you have in career, right, in relationships, right, being able to be quite discerning with that energy to unveil eternal truths in regards to the best way to navigate these situations that are in alignment with your soul's highest possible expression as well. Yeah, beautiful energies, guys. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. All right, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you there. I have a reading coming out today. It's actually really, really interesting. I always say that, but like this one I definitely enjoy doing. So hopefully you enjoy watching. I will talk to you very soon. Welcome into period 9. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Happy New Year. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Until next time. Bye.